Hello everyone, I hope you are keeping yourself entertained at home. Some of you probably read many books and probably went through a lot of them for the last 2 weeks. Some of us would probably find books to use them to work out with. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Our focus is the side body as well as our quads. We are going to use the books to have some fun with it. You can use blocks, but I find that books would be much more interesting. You can use thinner books, but then you would need more books because you would need the height. So I chose fatter books, so I'm using 4. They're not all the same sizes, but they'll do. So let's get started.
Okay, let's start with our first exercise. Coming into a nice, comfortable, cross-legged position. Make sure you get comfy. Place the books next to you. I have 4 here. You can have more if you want to. That's up to you. Make sure they are placed where your palms can reach them. We're going to stretch the side body in this first exercise. So let's begin. Take one deep breath in and bring the hands up. As you exhale, tilt the body towards the side where the books are. Bring the hand down, place on top of the book. Stretching the side body here, making sure that both the sitting bones are down on the ground. Grab the top book. Lift your arms all the way up and then tilting towards the other side. Place the book down, bring the palm onto the book. And then stretching the other side of the body. Again, make sure that both sitting bones are grounded on the ground. Inhale, bring both hands up. And then we're going to do the other side again. That's it. Keep going like this, going at your own pace, stretching the side body, feeling the stretch from your armpit down to your pelvis. Inhale, lengthen the spine as you come up. And then exhale as you tilt towards the other side. That's it. Going at your own pace. There's no rush at all. So every time you move, try to move with control. And then as you tilt to one side, feel the stretch on the side body here. Looking for that stretch before you move on to the other side. Alright, so we have 3 books down. 1 more book to transfer to this side before we move on to our next exercise. So remember, if you have more books in your stack, then you would need to finish all of the books to transfer to the other side, and then we can move on to the next exercise. So keep going if you have more books. Otherwise, if you only have 4, like me, this is the last one here. And then stretching, last stretch here, reaching the fingertips towards the ceiling. And then inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, release the hands down. Moving on to our second exercise. We are going to use all of our books for this exercise, but first, let's set ourselves up sitting against a wall. We're going to have the feet apart, straightening the legs in front of you, creating a small V here. Starting with 1 book, placing that book in between your legs, in between your calves, somewhere there, and flexing the toes up towards the ceiling. Relax the shoulders down, back towards the wall. We're going to lift 1 leg off the floor, hover it over the book, and then bring it out again. Lower it down. Change side. Hover, out, down. Keep going like this, going at your own pace. You do not need to rush. Remember that. Make sure that when you lift your legs up, keep those legs as straight as you can. If you need to, it's okay to keep a little bend in the knees, a micro bend. That's completely fine as long as you're not touching the book when the legs are over the book. Let's go 5 more like this. Your quads should be burning by now. It's waking up nicely. We have 2 more. And last one. Alright, so let's add 1 more book to this stack. Alright, And this time that means you have to lift your legs higher. There we go. And then the other side. Your quads would be burning even more now. Keeping the back straight against the wall, core engaged, and remember to breathe. These straight leg raises are really good for those with weak hip flexors. So by doing this, you will strengthen your hip flexors as well as working the core at the same time. I think we can do 5 more of these before we try to add one more book to see if I'm able to, please excuse, that was my mom, if I am able to lift my legs without touching the books. Alright, last one. And here we go. Let's add one more book. Putting it on top here. Alright, shoulders down, back straight on the wall. Flexing the toes, engaging the quads. Lift your leg up and woo! Alright, I made it. My quads are burning even more now. Whew. Alright, you keep going at your own pace, but remember, if this is too much for you, if your hamstrings are touching the books, then just take one book off and then just carry on with the previous level. I know that your legs would be screaming by now and you might want to give up, but don't give up on me now. Keep going. Let's do this. You can make it. Make sure that the shoulders are relaxed. Your back is against the wall so you don't fall backwards. And we can go one more on each side. And the last one. Whew. All right. I'm going to try and place this last book here. It's not so thick, so let's see if I'm able to lift my legs high enough. All right, let's go. Flexing the toes, lift the leg up. Woo! Very close. And whoop! Oh, I passed that one too. Let's keep going. You might notice that one side is tougher than the other. That's because our body is not symmetrical and one side would be stronger than the other side. So notice that difference. And the side that is weaker is where you should be working more on. For me, it's definitely my left side that I would need to work more on because it's touching the book more than my right leg. Again, please remember, if your leg is touching the books, that means you would need to take off a few books. Keep it to the level where your leg is not touching the book, when it's hovering over the book. That is the rule of this game. Okay, let's do one more on each side. Oof. And last one. Yes, and we are done. Shaking those legs, gentle punches on your quads just to release the tension. Give it a little rub before we move to our next exercise. Ooh, my legs are jelly now. I can't really move them properly. Let's give it a little assistance here. Pulling both feet back, coming onto your knees, and sitting onto your heels. Rubbing your quads a little bit more. You can also sit in a cross-legged position if this is too much on your ankle, and that's fine too. Alright, placing the books on the side here. Going into our spinal twist, we are going to work on the side body again. Just like we do in our classes, we will be holding a magic circle. Here, we're going to pretend that we are holding a magic circle. Relax the shoulders down. We're going to twist from our chest towards the books and then grab one book, coming back to the center, and then twist to the other side, dropping that book down, coming back to the center, twisting back to the books, grab another one, coming back to the center, and then twisting to the other side, releasing that book down. Carry on like this, making sure that you are breathing as you move. So inhale as you come to the center. Exhale as you twist. Again, inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, coming back. That's it. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Now that we have all of the books here, we're going to bring them back to the other side. So inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Dropping that book down. Keep going at your own pace. Moving from the waist up, twisting the upper back. We should start to feel the stretch on our upper back in between our shoulder blades and some work on the sides of our stomach. This also makes me feel like I'm a robot working in a factory. Alright, down to our last book here. And we are done. Woo! Yay! Shake the shoulders out. Remember, if you have more books, that means that you can go for more rounds. And also, you can start all over from the beginning and do as many times as you like. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching.